Hey guys, yeah, I know it's late, early, whatever you want to call it, but I wanted to come on here real quickly, live, if you will, and as the title says, and the description says, kind of give you guys ideas how to post videos on your YouTube channel, upload videos, whether you montage or you don't montage, but you want to try to keep up with your content, especially if you're doing the hashtag stay at home, hashtag 15 days to slow the spread situation kind of deal. Um, Basically, there's a few suggestions I do have. I mean, of course, like I said, it is early morning, late at night, if you will, that I'm doing this. But basically, this is, I guess you could see me doing it at this time, is an example of basically if you don't work the next day or if you're stuck at home or you're doing work at home, basically, if your job allows you to do that, where you can post content to your channel. Now, the reason I say this is there are a lot of us that live with family, whether we're married, in college, you know, want to save on expenses, so we're renting or co-owning a house or our parents or other family members. We're doing what we can to kind of, make a living and, stick together, especially during times like this. But the big question a lot of people have is, well, especially if they have a YouTube channel, whether they make money off it or they don't, but they like to at least provide content to the subscribers and the followers of it, is how do I do that if I live with family? Well, honestly, the big answer and the big question, well, honestly, one of the answers I should say is you have to wait till either they're off doing something, like maybe they're in the yard, you know, you know, gardening, if you will, or they're taking a walk, which you could still do. You could take a walk, so hike, whatever. Maybe they're going to the grocery store or something. You know, those are times, for an example, where you can do a video. Or if you feel like, hey, or if you set your alarm early, you can actually do a video early in the morning before they get up. Or in this case, you have to wait till they go to bed, or they are relaxing somehow and falling asleep somehow somewhere in the house. Like, for example, I have a family member that falls asleep on the couch, if you will, when she's watching a movie. She gets relaxed. After she eats dinner, she gets relaxed. She puts her feet up on the couch, puts a blanket on her, and she falls asleep. And she watches a movie or a show on television and she falls asleep. So usually that gives me the opportunity to try at least to put some video content on my channel. Um, Now you might say, well, how do you know she's relaxing? How do you know she or they are relaxing if you try to do that? Well, if you have a security camera like I do, like me and my family does, then you can check your security camera. And it's a secure and if you see the security and if you see in the security camera that your family member that let's say does exactly like mine does, is asleep on the couch or somewhere while they're watching television or whatever, then there's your opportunity. The only thing is you got to keep an idea when you're watching, let's say from here or from here. You got to make sure that they don't get up, because if they get up, you got to have to stop the video, pause it, or eh, or if you're doing like what I'm doing, a live stream, you're gonna have to abruptly end it and say, "Hey, I'll be back in a little while, guys. Right now I need to turn off because I don't know if my family member is gonna come in the door and ask me to do something." It's stuff like that. So basically, the opportunity. So basically, what you have to do is you gotta really open up the opportunity yourself. You really have to find the open opportunities out there. And if you do work like I do, and let's say you have a lunch like I do, you can actually go walk around. Like I go to the park, but if nobody's there, I go to the park and I do a video. I do a live stream, or I do a recorded video, or I record a video and upload it while I'm working. That's what I do. I find ways to do it that way. Now, again, the reason I'm doing this is, because basically I know people are wondering, okay, I have content. What do I want to provide content for my YouTube channel, or my Daily Motion channel, or my Vimo channel, or my BitChute, or whatever. How do I do that? And again, it's real simple. All you have to do is just wait till that individual is asleep. Is either occupied doing something else. These are, like I said, the gardening, the store, the doing a jog, like a lot of people do, um, or they're asleep, or then maybe, and then those opportunities right there, I should say, open up the door for you. Or what you do is you set your alarm early to get up and try to do video before they get up. So that way you can get some content going. Because the only other way you can get content is by doing video capturing or live streaming a video game. And sometimes that gets interrupted too. So you got to find ways around that. Most times, if you do it, like I said, at Pacific times during the day, it won't be as interrupted. But, then again, and that's another story. But the point that I'm getting at, guys, is when you do these kind of videos, is that during this time, if you want to try to keep your mind occupied, keep your mind off what's going on, and one of the ways of doing that is uploading content to your channel for the people that subscribe and follow you, whether it's on YouTube, Vimo, Dailymotion, BitChute. Basically, the best way of doing that, in my opinion, especially if you live with family, is to work around the situation. Find the opportunities when they're presented to you. Whether it's waiting till it's late at night when the family members are getting ready to go to bed, or in the case of my family, they fall asleep on the couch, while they're getting relaxed, getting comfortable, getting ready to settle down, and they're watching TV. Or, you get up early in the morning and you do some video content before they get up. It makes sense. Or if you have a job like I do, because I work in a company that's grocery related, so it's a grocery store basically, and or sells groceries, and you have to have the opportunity there. Just go and walk around an open area, which obviously is available now, because of what's going on, and do your content there. It's basically what I'm trying to get at is you gotta find the opportunities opened up to you. You gotta find opportunities open up to you. Is what I'm trying to say. Find the opportunities that are going to open up to you, so you can try to get content on there, because it is going to be hard during this time. Because I say this with all due respect and love, there are members in my family that don't quite understand, or at least they do understand, what you do, or what YouTube is for someone like you, especially if you make money or you don't. They understand that sometimes that's a hobby, or sometimes that's the way you make your living. But they are the kind of people that don't like to be seen on camera. And that's the one thing you got to be aware of. Because, like I say this with all due respect and love. I have members in my family that don't want to be seen on camera. Because that's just their choice. And if they walk into me, like I set my camera here and they walk in on me doing a video, who's to say they won't get put on camera? And you know what that means, what I'd have to do? Especially if it's live stream, I'd have to abruptly end the live stream and start all over. Or if I'm recording, I have to stop the video, erase the video I was working on, and do a new one. And that's why you have to work around these situations. You have to work around these uh, you have to work around the situation you're in right now. Again, I'm not saying being with your family is a bad thing, especially not at this time. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But I'm just saying, up doing videos, providing content on your YouTube, Dailymotion, Vimeo, BitChute channels during this time to keep your mind off what's going on and keep your mind off what's going on and kind of pass the time. You know, you gotta find a way to, and especially if you live with family, you gotta find a way to make those opportunities happen to where you can, open the door and get and be able to provide content, put content onto your channel. Even if it's, a 5 minute video or 1 minute video, whatever, just try to find an open opportunity to do so. That's all I'm saying, because that's what it's going to take. And whether you have to set your alarm early in the morning to do it before they wake up, whether you got to wait till they go to sleep at night and stay up later to do it, fine. If you have to wait for them to go to the grocery store or do gardening or jog or whatever, or heck, or if you have to wait for them to watch a movie, if you will, or listen to music and while they're doing chores or whatever, you know, just find an opportunity. Just find that opportunity. And if you hear them coming near your area, and let's say you're recording, just say, "Hey, I'll be right back, folks." Pause the recording and see, so that just in case they knock on your door and ask you to do something for them, you can do it, and then you can come back, wait a few moments, and then go from there, and then kind of resume. So again, you have to basically open these opportunities yourself, and there's going to be, and for a lot of us, these are moments we need to, these are opportunities we need to really look into, and I'm just saying this again, uncut, unscripted, on the fly. I'm just saying this because right now, I'm in a situation to where I have to work around that. I have to work around that. You see, my family, my mom, who I live with, is a preschool teacher. She works in the Bay Area. She works in Livermore, which is on the border, along with Tracy, California, of between the Bay Area and between the Central Valley. So right now, because of what's going on, her school is closed down. The child care center she works for, the preschool she works for, is closed down because it's adjacent to the elementary school, or that's on the same grounds as it, if not within the same building area. So she has to wait and see what happens, and if around October 13th, she gets the word of, hey, we're cool to go, we're good to go, we can go back. And that pretty much opens the door for things to start slowly getting back to normal. But if not, I'm gonna have from last week till basically the middle of August to really work around the situation. And I think anybody that's in a similar situation like I am, that does content for the YouTube channel is probably going to deal with the same thing. And again, it's not a bad thing because you got to take care of your family, especially in this situation, in this time frame we're in right now. So that's the most important. But again, the one thing that helps, but the one thing I do know that keeps people's mind off what's going on is doing YouTube content. And if you live with family, you've got to find a way around, living with your family to provide the YouTube content for your channel. I mean, if your family understands that this is what you got to do to make money, or this is something that keeps your mind off what's going on, and they're cool with it, then fine. But there are those like me that will have family that knows about it, but basically, you know, don't quite understand. Well, they do understand and they know about it, but basically it's a lot harder to do with them around because they're not the kind that want to accidentally, even if they're not the kind. What I'm trying to say, they don't want to be seen on camera, even if it's unintentional or accidental. So it's it's one of those situations. Like I say, you just gotta work around. out and everything. But anyway, though, guys, as you can tell, I'm kind of slurring my words a little bit. I'm tired. I'm trying to get some rest for a little bit before I get up and put my pants in the laundry for a quick wash before I get ready to go to work in several hours. But I just wanted to come on here and just give you guys a bit of advice in my own way of if you live with family, especially if depending on what kind of jobs they have and everything. If you live with family, how to work around them, work around living with them when it comes to providing content for your YouTube channel. Because unless they do understand they're cool with you going in your area, your studio, your study, your room, whatever, and doing your YouTube stuff, or your Vimeo stuff, or your BitChute stuff, or your Dailymotion stuff, that's fine. But if they're the kind that do understand and what you do, but the more along the lines of, hey, they'll interrupt you doing a live stream or recording, and you have to abruptly end the live stream, or you to, kind of erase the original video you were doing and start a new one because they suddenly came into the picture and maybe they don't want to be seen on camera. Then that's what you got. Then, you got to work around that. And like I said, if it means getting up early or staying up late, and wait until they go to sleep, or like I said, getting up early and doing it before they wake up, or doing it around times when they're either watching a movie, listening to music, gardening, chores, going to the grocery store, whatever. Um, you just gotta find those open opportunities when they present themselves in those kind of scenarios. So, so anyway, though, guys, I just thought I'd say that, and hopefully it helped you guys out. I do apologize, like I said, if I'm slurring a little bit. I am tired. I am gonna try to get some sleep. But hopefully it helps you guys out. This little bit of advice. Let me know what you all think down below, and I will talk to y'all later.